Full time, Arsenal 2, West Brom 0. Strange atmosphere in the ground, really, as the fans trail out. The banners were out in force again, time to go Arsene Wenger. But there was also a chant of Arsenal FC, conflicted feelings, and an odd mood. There was an odd mood all night. I'm sure you will have seen on the TV pictures the ground was far from full. At kick-off, I'd say probably just over half full. And even as it did fill up as the game went on, there were still big gaps all around me in the Emirates Stadium. What of the match itself? Well, Arsenal had their moments, certainly. But I think we saw, although this was a very welcome win, some of the problems that dogged us in recent weeks. We created a lot of chances, but we didn't make the most of them. Finishing was poor, sometimes the final ball was poor. And, but for a somewhat fortunate second goal with a terrible West Brom wall, we might have been in real danger of being played back. West Brom hit the bar, with a set piece, Craig McCauley missed another chance from about a yard out. They were threatening the air. And Petr Cech hasn't quite looked himself since coming back into the side. I don't know if that calf problem is still troubling him, but not as dominant as we're used to seeing in the first half of the season, certainly. So yeah, fine margins. Arsenal ought to have been out of sight, but this has been a problem really since the early part of the year, really, where we just haven't been able to make the most of our chances. And there were exciting things about our game today. I thought Hector Bellerin, on the day he was named in the PFA Team of the Year, was brilliant going forward. So much enthusiasm, so much speed, so vibrant. His combination with Alexis Sanchez, who had a great night, 2 more goals from him. He's in a real purple patch. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too late in terms of our season. But yeah, I thought the partnership midfield between Ramsey and El Neni was more secure than you would expect. I thought Ramsey was pretty disciplined, made an important tackle in his own box too. But yeah, still issues. Decision making in the final third, a big problem. Olivier Giroud started tonight and didn't do anything to suggest that he'll be in the team against Sunderland at the weekend. Danny Welbeck didn't even leave the bench to warm up, and I imagine that's because his knee cartilage problem is still being managed, and he'll be back in that starting 11 at the Stadium of Light. Per Mertesacker came in for Gabriel Paulista, and I'll be honest, I'll probably keep him there. Arsenal need a new centre-back in the summer, but for now, I would rely on his experience and his partnership with Koscielny, especially against the Sam Allardyce side in the North East, who are likely to offer an aerial bombardment of sorts. So this is a game that West Brom were awful in, and yet could very nearly have come away with a point. That's Arsenal's problem. They don't put teams to bed. And that's really what they need to work on ahead of next season, because this season, as you can tell from the sort of strange, subdued atmosphere of the ground tonight, is really over. We needed these points because had we failed to win, serious questions would have been asked about our capacity to finish in the top 4. I think now, we've leapfrogged Man City, we're in third. With the home games we've got left, we should be fine. We ought to have enough. But how boring and how sad that that's what we're talking about. As if it's interesting, as if it's exciting. What else to say? Mohamed El Neni impressed me tonight. Without Coquelin there, he was required to be a little bit more disciplined, play a bit deeper, and he showed he could do that. What I thought about El Neni tonight was that, and this is going to sound strange, but I thought he wouldn't look out of place in the Leicester side or in the Tottenham side. And I know that seems odd, but I mean that in the best possible way, because he's very disciplined. He's very selfless. He plays with enormous energy. And that's what characterises those two teams, and they've been outstanding this year. So a few more players like that probably wouldn't hurt. But that sprinkling of individual quality is starting to come through again, thanks to Alexis. We're kind of treading water now. It's just about getting to the end of the season, confirming that top 4 spot. I can't see us catching Leicester, can't see us catching Spurs. So it's hard to get too excited. But look, a win is a win, right? Anyway, I'm going to go, because everyone else is gone. I'm going to go and limit it. A bit like it was a kick-off. Right, see you later. Bye.